Hi guys, and welcome back to Tails and Nails. My nails for this video, I did a butterfly wing look. The nail polish I use is Holo Taco. So for today's video, we have a book haul. This is not going to be a common occurrence since I do not purchase physical books that often. I have very limited space right now. I just don't have bookshelves. I have one unit and that's it. So once that's full, then I would have to get actual bookshelves. And in this economy, anyway, she says as she just got a bunch of books. They were all on sale though. So girl math, right? Did I really buy these books or were they given to me? Girl math. Let me show you the behemoth that is this pile of books. Yeah, I was not planning on getting this many books, but here we are. So let's go through them, shall we? Okay, I kind of catfished you guys on accident. I grabbed two that I didn't just buy, so what was that? Anyway, I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 new books. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's get started. So you may know this already, and if you don't, hi. Yeah, I'm reading the Throne of Glass series for the very first time, and I'm reading it in a very unconventional way where, let me just show you the first book on in this book haul, The Assassin's Blade, which is a novella, but chronologically, it falls first. Publishing wise, like I think this came later or after the series. I'm not too sure. But most people will tell you to start the series with this book. But there was one scoundrel, a rascal, if you will, who told me to read it fourth. And so I said, okay, because everyone else was telling me, no, read it first, read it first. I like to break the rules sometimes. And this book, I'm breaking the rules. Yeah, so the reading order is usually read this one first and then the rest. Some people will say read this book third. I'm reading it fourth. So if you've read the Throne of Glass series, let me know what order you read them in the comment section down below. Please and thank you. Okay, so the next book that I bought is Queen of Shadows. And this is the next book in the series. Wherever you think it lies, it will lie. This one, Queen of Shadows. And then after Queen of Shadows is the notorious tandem read. Do you know what a tandem read is? If you don't, let me give you a little brief explanation. A tandem read is when you read two books at the same time. You basically go back and forth between them to get the whole picture. You don't have to, though, is what I'm being told. But yeah, you would see like if you read chapter one and then you would read a chapter from the next book, which is this one, Tower of Dawn. So you just go back and forth. You're reading these books side by side. I've never done a tandem read before, so I'm gonna have to go back and forth. And there is a guide available that I'm going to write down somewhere so that I can know when to switch. I'm probably gonna use a lot of sticky notes just to mark them. This is going to be a challenge, but I've never read a tandem before, so I'm excited. Some people say like, well, obviously, clearly, you don't have to read these as a tandem read. It's just something that people do. Um, Chronologically, you would read Empire of Storms and then Tower of Dawn if you don't want to do the tandem read. No rules, babe. Read them in however order you want to read them. As long as it makes sense to you and you're happy, it's fine. I myself doing the tandem read because I'm excited. I've never done one before and I'm excited to do it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let me tell you what the Throne of Glass series is all about, okay? We have my girl, Celaena Sardothien, and she is rotting in the salt mines of Endovier, okay? Why, you ask? Because she's a notorious assassin. Yes, yes, yes. She be unaliving people for her job. Anyway, she was caught. She's in the salt mines of Endovier, which is basically a prison. and they are slaves essentially. They don't get treated well. Anyway, the Prince of Otterlin, which is the country that they reside in, um, and his chief captain, the captain of the guard, come and recruit Selena to take part in a tourney, basically a competition that the King of Otterlin is hosting. He's trying to find his official assassin, and each like high lord, basically, or each lord is has the opportunity to present a champion, and if their champion is chosen, then they get all the props or whatever. And yeah, so the prince decides to choose the infamous assassin of Otterlin. She had them shivering in their tube socks because she was murdering a bunch of people in Otterlin. So that's why she's there. Okay, it's gonna be a big buzz if this bad boy, womanizer prince brings the assassin of Otterlin. It's like it's basically like an fu to his dad, or like a haha, look what I did type of thing. So yeah, of course, Selena wants to get out of the salt mine, so she accepts, and she has entered into the tournament. So she has to do these challenges, okay, if she wants to survive. She doesn't want to go back to the salt mine, so she has that riding on it. She has this um, love story that she goes on. I'm not going to tell you with who. Maybe it's obvious, but I won't tell you with who. So we have that going. It isn't a full spice book. It's very closed door, and like, yeah, there, I wouldn't say that there's spice in this book at all, actually, which I appreciate, or at least there isn't smut. Okay, there aren't spicy scenes like that. So I do enjoy that. So if that's something that you're tired of smut, you're tired of spice, and you want to read a fantasy romantasy kind of book, this is it. I wouldn't really say it's romantasy though, more on the fantasy side. So yeah, if you're looking for a new fantasy series, give this one a shot. I know that ACOTAR gets a lot of attention, good and bad. I tend to give it bad attention, but that's okay. If you love it, you love it. But yeah, that one is just didn't like it. And the spiciness, the smut, didn't really appreciate that. So that's why this series is a breath of fresh air. I'm very much enjoying it. Like I said, I'm on the fourth book, so catch up if you can. I don't know. Wait until you see what I think of the series overall. I highly suggest you pick up this series. Anyway, let's get on to the next buys, okay? So, this book was on sale. I got it with the rest of the series for A Throne of Glass, and it was on sale, so I'm like, oh, let me just get it. Caraval. It was on sale for less than like $8, I believe. It's very good, but look at how pretty. Look at how pretty. Let me get out of the. Oh, look at how pretty that book is. Caraval is classified as a YA, I believe, YA fantasy. Um, yeah, I don't really know much about it. Try to avoid spoilers as much as I could. I just kind of knew it's in the realm that I would enjoy. Let's read the synopsis together. Okay. Oh, so on the cover it says, "Remember, it's only a game, Caraval," by Stephanie Gerber. Scarlet Dragna has never left the tiny island where she and her sister, Tella, live with their powerful and cruel father. Now, Scarlet's father has arranged a marriage for her, and Scarlet thinks her dreams of seeing Caraval, the faraway once-a-year performance where the audience participates in the show, are over. But this year, Scarlet's long-dreamt-of invitation finally arrives, with the help of a mysterious sailor. Tella whisks Scarlet away to the show. Only, as soon as they arrive, Tella is kidnapped by Caraval's mastermind organizer, Legend. It turns out that this season's Caraval revolves around Tella, and whoever finds her first is the winner. Scarlet has been told that everything that happens during Caraval is only an elaborate performance, but she nevertheless becomes enmeshed in a game of love, heartbreak, and magic with the other players in the game. And whether Caraval is real or not, she must find Tella before the 5 nights of the game are over, a dangerous domino effect of consequences is set off, and her sister disappears forever. Welcome, welcome to Caraval. Beware of getting swept too far away. So that sounds right up my alley. I love a good competition. I love a great competition. And sisters, sign me up. So I did get that one, but I also got the sequel. I didn't buy this one. My friend Justine sent it to me. Let's look at the cover. Beautiful, pretty, pretty. This one, you have like a spade. So we're still doing like carnival, doing games, clearly. So yeah, this is the sequel, Legendary. And like I said, it was gifted to me by my friend Justine. Thank you, Justine girl, if you're watching. How thoughtful. So now I have the sequel. This is a trilogy. So after I read these two, if I enjoy them, then I'll get the third one. Okay, and the final book in this haul is one that I'm sure you've heard of. And if you haven't, congratulations, you are not chronically online. But if you've heard of it, don't feel bad because it's all right to be chronically online. It's all right to be online at all, right? It is Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stephen. Yes. Look at how pretty. Let me get my face out of here. Look at how pretty. The spine, gorgeous. Such a pretty book. And the best part, gilded edges. Oh, I love a gilded edge. Love it. There is a surprise that I didn't even know it had, and I ordered it. Are you ready? When you take the dust jacket off, look at this beautiful quote. Let me read it to you. It says, "Maybe that's all love is in the end, an endless tempting of fate." Gorgeous. Look at that gold foiling. And then we have the spine that just says Our Infinite Fates and the author's name, Laura Stephen. The back is bare, but that's fine. That was just such a fun surprise because when I read books with a just dust jacket, I do remove the dust jacket and just place it on my bookshelf. So, you just have like the boring like black book, but that is so nice. I love it. So, are you chronically online? Do you know what this book is about? If you don't, let me tell you, okay? Evelyn, oh, I also believe that this is a YA book. So if that's up your alley, keep listening. Evelyn can remember all her past lives. She can also remember that in every single one, she's been murdered before her 18th birthday by Arden, a supernatural being linked to her soul. The problem is that she's quite fond of the life she's in now, and her little sister needs her in order to stay alive. If Evelyn wants to save her sister, she'll have to find the centuries-old devil who hunts her through each life before they find her first. Figure out why she's being hunted and finally break their curse and try not to fall in love again. Yeah, I love the concept. I'm really hoping I actually enjoy the writing, but from what I've heard, people do enjoy it, so I'm not too worried about it. I just really like the concept of the infinite like lives, falling in love with your murderer time and time again, the soul bond. It's very intriguing. Yeah, it's very up my alley. Okay, and the final items in this haul are these teeny tiny bookmarks. Oh my goodness. These are tiny, guys. I didn't expect them to be super wide at all, but I expected them to be longer than this. Let me show you a comparison to a book. Oh, 1 second. Look at that. Compared to a book. This is just a paperback book. Look at how tiny. And I use bookmarks to cover up potential spoilers when I'm reading. I'm like, oof, this isn't covering up anything. I fear I am to be spoiled as long as I'm using one of these. So I have to keep that in mind when I'm actually reading. But they are beautiful. It's just they're so teeny tiny. They are bookmarks based on Van Gogh's artwork. You see his name on the bottom, and they are metal. You can see the gold. Ooh, look, you're looking at yourself. You're looking at me, actually. Ooh, Inception. Um, But yeah, they do have a tassel, which I love a bookmark with a good tassel. Oh, I hate it when I have the ones that don't have a tassel, then I just lose it. It's annoying. I don't know. It just seems like thing, such a small thing to be picky about. But I need my bookmark to have a tassel, or at least be super long. Yeah, where I don't lose it in the book. This one is, yeah, it's green and flowers. I don't know if you can really see. It's like hard to focus, but yeah, so gorgeous. The next one is blue. I'm not really good with flowers and their names, so forgive me. The metal on the bottom, gorgeous. And the final one, actually, there might, yeah, I think this is the final one. Pretty, the blue tassel. They all have different colored tassels. Well, actually, no, they don't have different colored tassels. There's two gold tassels and two blue tassels. So yeah, that is my haul. Yeah. Have you gotten any books recently? Do you have a haul of your own? I just finished watching like three different haul videos, and I took that as a sign to do my own because it's like, girl, you basically did do a haul, you just didn't film it. So I'm filming it now. Any chance it gets content, right? Anyway, thanks for watching until the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification to get notified every time I upload. Yeah, anyway, see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Well, our Infinite Fates was $11 and steal, okay? A steal. The paperback for our Infinite Fates was like $23, so make that make sense. How does, okay, you want to just hand me a Gilded Edge hardback? Go ahead. I'll take it any day of the week.